Bienvenue tous. It's time now for our international press review in the papers with Marion Hembest. And I'll start with the familiar phrase. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Supersarkozy, apparently.
That's right. Well, according to the Chilean press, and La Tercera in particular, President Nicolas Sarkozy of France seems to see himself as a bit of a Superman trying to resolve world problems, even though nobody's actually asked him to do so. For example, they remind us about the freeing of the Bulgarian nurses who were jailed in Libya, the Zoe's Ark members who found themselves in prison in Chad, and then he tried, of course, with Ingrid Betancourt's release. Top marks for efforts, but despite not being involved in the final military operation which led to her release. But no doubt, according to the article, Sarkozy would like to free all political prisoners in China, being a bit ironic there, but saying no, instead he's decided to go to the Olympic Games. So despite all the hard work, they remind us at the end of the day, he's still very low in the popularity ratings.
So as a left-wing paper, are they actually critical of him? Or?
Yeah, they're very critical about him, yeah, and possibly, as you say, because of the fact they're a left-wing paper there. So taking a bit of a stance against some of his views.
Sarkozy, not so Superman perhaps, and no speculation about underpants outside trousers. That's a very poor joke about Superman. Well, let's move on now to your next story about the Vatican.
That's right. According to El Mundo, the Spanish paper, the Vatican is officially in the red for the first time in 3 years. Now, this is due to badly chosen investment, and the credit crunch has actually left them in a bit of a tricky situation there. And with the dollar being weak, this isn't helping at all because the Catholics apparently are being particularly stingy at the moment. The church collections aren't bringing in much revenue. So it seems that now the Vatican is actually down 10 million euros on what it was last year. So not looking good for them. So the need to promote some tourism, I think, and perhaps holidays all round to Rome next year to help them out.
Yeah, raffle a Pope mobile or two. It might actually help something, who knows. OK, ticks in Turkey next. This is actually, well, a kind of a catchy slope for quite a serious story.
Yeah, it's a very, very serious story. Yeah, 37 people have died in the last 2 months from deadly diseases that have been transmitted by ticks, people being bitten by ticks.
Now, ticks, for people who don't know, are little kind of like flea-type things.
Yeah, the little mites that you can, so small that you can sometimes not see them, get stuck into you and suck out your blood and infect you with horrible...
They typically jump on you from where?
Well, they're very much often in woods and forests. You can find them inland. This is particularly in Turkey. The problem is that it's very much inland here, but they're all across the world. We even have them, you know, Britain, France, all across. But this is apparently helping one of the new market sector, which is booming in Turkey in recent weeks. Companies that make anti-tick hats, anti-tick trousers, and the little patches that you can put on, rip them off, and get rid of them when they've got stuck into your skin. Now, apparently these products work for 6 months, and they keep ticks, fleas, mosquitoes, all that kind of nasty little creature that you don't want near you, about 5 meters away from you, and comes with very high recommendation. The Turkish armed forces themselves are even using these products. So yeah, and apparently disinfectant firm staff working overtime to create new formulae, and fumigation companies once used to go to 10 places a day, now 300 calls a day to go to.
But 37 dead because of these small little flea-like things.
The deadly diseases that they've
absolutely
spread.
Shocking story there, obviously. So things, something to be aware of for everyone across the world. Then now, Wales. I love Wales. Tell us this Wales story you've got.
Wales, as in the mammals in the sea kind. This is
not as in the home country of my grandparents. Carry on.
The Cairns Post in Australia. There's a bit of panic. They tell us that Migaloo, the famous white humpback whale, has not yet been seen this year. He's usually spotted off Byron Bay, northeast of Australia, and in the far northern waters. But it's not all bad news, because apparently a television helicopter has spotted what they think might be one of his relatives, a mainly white whale, because totally white whales are very rare, who's been seen in the area. But there is a call for anyone who sees Migaloo, the famous white whale, to call the news desk at the Cairns Post. Shall I give you the number?
Well, I'll tell you, we'll stick the number on the website. It's probably the best way to do it, because then people can note it down at their leisure. But certainly, if you're interested, get in touch with us, give us your response as well, or contact the Cairns Post directly. Yeah, that's probably the thing to do, isn't it? Marion, thank you very much. That was our international press review. You're watching France 24. Stay with us.